with UIndy men's and women's swimming and diving head coach Gary Kinkead. And the season begins Saturday against Asbury. How do you think, leading into this weekend, your preseason practices, and since you've gotten everybody back on campus, how that has been going up to this point?
Preseason practice has been going really well. We have probably spent more time this year doing dryland and running and weights and stuff around the pool than we've ever done before. And I think they seem to be a little better athletes this year. I think just because we're doing more dryland work to help them become better athletes. We've not done as much water work, but the water work we've done has been very productive, and the team that we have with the new freshmen are blending very well with the upperclassmen, and it's becoming a real good unit.
You mentioned the dryland. I think maybe for people who don't know, I mean, they probably just assume you're always in the water. Just kind of a short note, the kind of things you're doing dryland to make you better when you get back in the water.
Yeah, by NCAA regulations, we can only have 20 hours a week in practices. And I would say probably 5 to 6 of those hours we're in dryland or weights. The dryland that we do around the pool, we've done running, we do medicine balls, we do stretch cords, we do jungle gyms, or the catchphrase for them now is the TRX. We do jump ropes, we do pull-ups. We do pull-ups every day, pull-ups and dips every day. We do push-ups. We do things that I think are just going to use their body weight exercises to make them a little bit stronger, and their core getting a little bit stronger. And that's really going to help them when they're in the water.
Looking at this season, we'll start with the women. Maybe the biggest thing that jumps out as you look at the roster is, like we talked about last year, you've got divers back in the women's program. Mm-hmm. Just your early impressions of women's swimming and diving collectively for this season.
Well, we graduated some pretty strong people last year, and I don't think we have remedied that problem. I think that we have a shot at remedying that problem, but it's going to take a while. Having the divers around is really going to be nice. We didn't have any divers for the last 2 or 3 years on the women's side. This year we got 4, and they're all freshmen. And I think that's very, very nice because then they can develop all the way through their 4 years. 2 of them I think are very strong that might be able to make the national standard for the divers. The women in the water, I think we're a little bit weak in certain events. I think we're a little bit weak in our medley relays, and we're going to have to remedy that situation. I think it can be, but it's going to take some work, and the girls are working hard that way.
And your thoughts on your men?
The men are very strong this year. They're probably the strongest men's team we've ever had. And we graduated a few people last year, but I think with the incoming people that we have a young man from Poland, we have a young man from Germany that are freshmen this year that are going to just really help us tremendously. And we've got one from that came in at mid-semester last year from Brazil, going to really help us out tremendously too. So I think the men's team is stronger than it's been in a number of years.
As we mentioned, you're home. You open the season at home Saturday afternoon at 1:30 here at Ruth Lilly Center Pool against Asbury, an NAIA team that both their men and women were top 10 in the country last year. Just what is your message? What do you look for in this very first meet of the season out of your swimmers and divers?
Well, we're not resting them, which is pretty typical for us. We're not going to rest it for any meets except for the one when we go to Calvin at the end of November, 1st of December. First of all, thanks. I didn't know that they were top 10 last year at the NAIA, but I think we're going to be fine. This is their first meet as well. I don't know their depth or their strengths, and so I'm really putting together our best lineup. And I think that we're going to be fine. I think that we on the men's side are extremely deep, and I think it's going to be quite evident how strong our men are after this weekend. And I think they're anxious to race.
Well, Coach, thank you very much for the time, and good luck this weekend and throughout the season.
Thanks. Appreciate it.